Stephanie Bain, I have a books. I'm a book. There's so many books. Hello everyone, Stephanie here. Today's video is going to be my updated bookshelf tour. Woohoo! My bookshelf has changed a lot in the past year since I filmed my last bookshelf tour. I didn't film one in between, but it was in alphabetical order for a while, like you guys know. Now it's just kind of on there. I'm also not going to be going too in-depth because I have talked about a lot of these books. You've seen them in a lot of my previous bookshelf tours. So I just kind of figured that if there's a certain section that has changed or grown, I will go more specific into them. But for a few of the shelves, I'm going to just be doing overviews because those shelves have books I've talked about, like, you know, my L.J. Smith books and like my Twilight shelf and so on and so forth. You guys know those. I feel like it would just be a waste of time if I took every single one of those books out. I also will be doing a TBR shelf tour. That one I will be going in depth, showing you all the TBR books, how many TBR books I have, so on and so forth. So look forward to that. If it's not out this week, it should definitely be out next week, Monday. I know this was supposed to go up last week, Friday, and I totally, being a girl sucks once a month for a few days, and that happened, and I was just like, I'm not doing nothing. So making up for it by bringing it to you today. So yeah, let's get on with it because it's still gonna take some time. I left my LaCroix in the freaking living room. I just realized that. I just discovered that drink. Why didn't I know about it before? The lime flavor is delicious. Okay, now let's really get on with it. So my shelves are in a corner of my room now, which I really appreciate because as you can tell, they are next to each other. These are the two shelves that carry all of the books I have read. I have tape randomly stuck there from when I had Christmas lights around here. But these are my shelves. I have lots of knickknacks and shit on top of them. How I kind of sort of have it separated is I have a Twilight shelf, I have some of my all-time favorite books, and then I kind of go into my paranormal. From paranormal it starts going into mystery, which is down here, young adult and adult. I have my Shadowhunters and Harry Potter books in the very bottom. Classics, I have like more contemporary slash, not contemporary, but more like literature fiction type thing. I don't know what the normal is, like regular fiction. I have a dystopian, I have fantasy, sci-fi, and then here's my more contemporary shelf. So let's get started. And I'm leaving all the shit on there for right now because I'm too lazy. As you can tell, the very top shelf is my Twilight collection. This has just become more of a hobby because they're really inexpensive to get. So I have the official guide all the way over here. I got 3 copies of The Host. And then, well, this is an unfinished set. That's just a random extra copy I got to read at like the beach and stuff. My white collection, my original collection, a collector's edition, the 10-year anniversary edition, the director's diary, the journals that I got forever ago at the dollar store. And then I have the Twilight Saga movie book and New Moon official movie guide. And then I have a Guatemalan candle, Kelly Kapowski, and then a glass thing. This is my favorite shelf. I have this box set of Asian combs. I don't remember if it's Japanese, Chinese hair combs. A bottle of, what is that, whiskey? Just because it looks really cool on my Outlander. Some swords, and then this cat that is like chalkboard so you can write on it. I wrote "Will You Survive" around Halloween and still haven't taken it off, so let's move that for a moment. I have a watch here with french fries. My mom got me for Christmas. It's the cutest thing ever. And then a skull that my mom got me when she went to Mexico. And then of course I do have not all of my favorites, but quite a few favorites. So I do have ACOTAR. Let's move that. I have a Court of Thorns and Roses over here because, you know, why not? And then I have A Court of Mist and Fury and I Darken. I do have 2 copies. I pre-ordered one. The other one I got because it was a signed copy. Into the Dim by Janet B. Taylor. A Study in Charlotte by Brittany Cavallaro. We Know It Was You, Maggie Thrash, The 100 Lies of Lizzie Lovett, Glittering Court. I have not read The Mime Order, but I have it here because why not? And of course, that's a sequel to The Bone Season. Then I have my original copy of Red Rising, the full trilogy, and then my multiple copies of Outlander. I have the small mass paperback, like, for example, these two TV edition, and this is the regular TV edition, regular. And then when they keep coming out with the TV edition of the mass paperback, I'll get for Voyager as well. And then I got those, still haven't read this, but I have it here because that way they're together. And then I also have the graphic novel over here at the end. The next shelf is where my paranormal books start. I have this globe that I keep on my shelf I got for Christmas. I've always wanted a globe with a house in it. It's not like a little town. I've always wanted the town one since I saw Santa Claus with Tim Allen. But it's really pretty and it plays music and I adore it. It's wooden on the bottom with a little cabin. Can I live there, please? And then I have a mug here that I got from Urban Outfitters, and I keep my rings and earrings that I tend to wear more often, and it just has a bunch of butterflies. Let's shove that up there. So I have gone through all of these books except for a couple. I'll go through the few couple, but I have the Sweep series by Kate Tiernan as well as her Balefire series. This is a 15-book series. The only one I'm missing is book 1, and I have a mix and matching. So I have some that are the old mass paperback edition like this. And then I have these ones, which I really also like this printing. This series is a lot of fun. It's about witches, and quite frankly, it's like the best young adult / like teen witch series I've ever read. Let's just shove that up there for now. I have my Immortal series by Alison Knoll. I only have the first 5 books. You can read the titles. Evermore, Blue Moon, Shadowland, Dark Flame, Night Star. Still going to tell you anyway. I also have, because I didn't know where else to put it, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. This is so good. It's by Seth Grahame-Smith. I have the Curse of the Sphinx series by Ray Wagner. Those are 2 new editions I got last year. Book 1, Book 2, the series is a lot of fun. I do recommend. I have Born Wicked by Jessica Spotswood, and then this is the Kissed by an Angel series. It used to be a trilogy, so it's a bind up. Here the first 3, and then the last 3 books in the series. And the first book in her Dark Secrets, again by Kate Tiernan. I've talked about those because I've owned these books, especially these 2, for a very, very long time. And then here at the very end of the 3rd shelf is my House of Night series. That's what they look like. I've talked about these also in all of my previous ones, but this series is a lot of fun. I do prefer these first 4, but I still need a lot more books. I plan on eventually finishing it off. The 3rd shelf has a brass piggy bank that I just keep coins from other countries that I visited. A jewelry box that my mom got me from Madrid. And a photo of my annoying but adorable nephew I took many, many years ago. And then these are some of the books I talk about that I've talked about a lot. All of my L.J. Smith books are right here. Vampire Diaries. I have The Night World, Secret Circle, Dark Visions, but these are all vampire. I've talked about all of these books. They have not changed. I'm sorry. No point in going too in detail. Then I have the Beautiful Creatures. I have all 4 books. I have Beastly by Alex Flynn. The trilogy, which is actually a lot of fun, Switched, Torn, and Ascend. The first book in the Thirst series. This is a bind-up of 3 books by Christopher Pike. Chain Letter by Christopher Pike, and Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Allender. That's actually a really good teen little mystery spooky book. It's pretty good. And then on top here, I keep my Danielle Vega book, Survive the Night, Merciless 2. I love her books. They're really effing addicting. And then here is Autumn Falls by Bella Thornton. Here on the 3rd shelf is where I'll probably go more in depth because some of these books I've never really shown too much. So first off, my decoration, which my nephew messed up, is pyramids. I have an obsession with Egypt, especially when I was younger, and a lot of them are from when I was younger. Sorry if I keep moving my camera. Let's move those. And then at the far end over there, I have a little, it's supposed to hold a candle, but I have crystals in it. Because why not? I have the Physic Book of Deliverance Dane and Conversion, both by Catherine Howe, both witchy books. Seriously enjoy them. Afterworlds by Scott Westerfeld. While I don't enjoy it, I keep it because this book, first, was not cheap. Second, it's a gorgeous cover. And then I have Asylum by Madeline Rowe. Darkly Dreaming Dexter by Jeff Lindsay. Then I have The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. I have Cemetery Girl by David Bell. I have In the Woods, book 1 of like the Dublin Cop series. Sorry, I have hiccups. And then I have The Likeness, book 2 in that same series by Tina French. And then I have The Cypress House by Michael Corrida. Night Film by Marisha Pestle. I love this cover. And then I have The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. I have 3 YA mystery novels. Twisted by Hannah Jane. The Third Twin by CJ Omololu. And The Assassin Game by Kirsty McKay. I really enjoyed all 3 of these. They're fun. Some are creepier than others. Some are just quite entertaining. Then I have 3 more adult books. I have Greg Iles' Blood Memory. He does really good mystery-ish thrillers, by the way. Then I got Angels and Demons by Dan Brown. That's my original copy. And Greg Iles' Dead Sleep. Also very good. At the very bottom, I really don't think I need to go too into it. Also, they're kind of not in order. Is my Mortal Instruments. I keep these down here because there are a lot of books. And I don't know why I just shoved them all the way at the bottom. And as you can tell, my Harry Potter books are kind of hidden behind boxes. But they're very much there. I even have Cursed Child. I don't need to go through these books. Everyone and their mother, like, seriously knows what they are. So let's just put that back. Over here is my first shelf on my smaller white shelf. By the way, this big bookshelf, that, you know, the first one, Billy bookshelf from IKEA. And this is, I don't remember what it's called, but it's literally like a $25 shelf. Really good, small. I like that it's narrow. And also the shelves, as you can tell, aren't too deep. Camera's crooked as fuck. Let's fix that. Another photo of my nephew over here. Let's move that out of the way. And then I have a little typewriter-y piggy bank that is effing cute as shit. I absolutely adore this, but you put the change somewhere. I don't even remember. Oh, you put it in the back. I have The Star Won't Go Out. This is about Esther Earl. I didn't really care for it. Like, it's not bad, but it was expensive. I'm not getting rid of it. At least anytime soon. And then I have Life After Genius by M. and Jake B. Then I got my John Green books. Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. Dark Horses by Cecilia Ahern, which is a new edition from last year. I really enjoyed this book. I mean, like, I seriously enjoyed it. If I can, let's just, come on, work with me. And then I also have Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. This was a good book as well. And then Tuck Everlasting. Then I got some Nicholas Sparks book. I got Lucky One, Dear John, The Notebook. This is like the 10th anniversary edition of The Notebook, The Last Song, Love Rosie, and, you know, 50 Shades. And then I got some of my VC Andrews books here. These are the very old school covers that they used to come out with, especially this one where it has like the little face hole. And then you open it, bam, creepy family. Gotta love it. The next shelf is my fantasy and sci-fi. I have Dom, a little Dom figurine, you know, gotta love them Fast and Furious movies. I actually really do. I've been watching them since they first came out. This super cute little Christmas fake candle holder, and this that my nephew gave me. It's a magnetic, I think it's a minute. I think that's all it is a minute. All of these books are new editions. That one I've had for a while, but these are all the fantasy books I've acquired in 2016. I was about to say 2015. I still can't believe we're in the year 2017. What the heck? So I'm going to actually go through these. I have The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. I have Cruel Crown, which is the Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. This is the prequel novellas to the series. Red Queen and Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. This book was amazing. This is the True Rain series by Jennifer Ann Davis. Let's fix the camera a little. Book 1 is The Key, Book 2 is Red, and Book 3 is War. This is a really awesome low-grade fantasy. There's no magic system, but it's really gripping. It's a lot of fun. It's one of the more funner versions of fantasy that I've ever read. Legacy of Kings by Eleanor Herman, which I also freaking love. This thing was amazing. Last of the Fire Drakes by, what the heck, Farah Umarboy. Sorry, I kind of forgot her name. This is book 1 in the Avalonia Chronicles. Can't wait for book 2. I think the pacing picked up so much more. And then Grave Mercy by Robin Lefevers. This is also really awesome. I still need the last 2 books. The second half of this shelf is my science fiction. Crossed by M.P. Kozlowski. It's like a dystopian science fiction. It deals with robots. It's a lot of fun. It was really good, but I'm still kind of confused. I have the Fifth Wave trilogy, which I'm pretty sure you guys know. Then I have Endgame by James Frey. This is the prequel novellas, The Training Diaries. Let's shove you back in there. And then, of course, I have Endgame, Book 1, The Calling by James Frey and Nils Johnson Shelton. The next shelf is Dystopian. All dystopian. Flawed by Cecilia Ahern. Matched and Crossed by Ali Condé. Series that kind of started it all. The Hunger Games. No point in showing you. And then I have Forget Tomorrow by Pentip Dunn. Divergent Insurgent on the bottom on this half. This half, I have Allegiant and 4. I have the Giver Quartets bind up. I still haven't read Sun. I have Alpha Drive and my advanced copy of Order of Omega by Kristen Martin. Love how that's not in the frame. These are fun as shit books. Love them. I got book 1 to the Maze Runner over here. I've only read that one so far. The 100, book 1 by Cass Morgan. The 100, Day 21 by Cass Morgan. Genesis Girl, this is Blank Slate, book 1 by Jennifer Bardsley. And There Once Were Stars by Melanie McFarlane. Next shelf is a mixture of books. I have some random shit on here too. More Egyptian type stuff that I've had for a while. This actually has Sam. My uncle got me this from Egypt. It's pretty cool. A Christmassy light up thing. Oh yeah, a candle that I don't know why I shoved up there. I've had that book for forever. It's The Story of Edgar Sotto by David Roblowski. It's Revolver by Marcus Sedgwick. Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. I've had this for a while. Read it a long time ago. My grandmother asked me to tell you she's sorry by Frederick Backman. Walter for Elephant. Of course, The Book Thief by Marcus Suzak. This is Impulse by Ellen Hopkins. Jay's Journal. And Go Ask Alice by Anonymous, aka I know the woman's name but I forgot it. The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I actually prefer the movie. Girl Interrupted, a memoir by Susanna Kaysen. This is going through his life. This was dealing with his father, Wolf at the Table, when he was a young kid. This was him dealing with his mother, who was drunk, crazy, and whatnot, and his time with the family, Running with Scissors, which they also have a movie. And then this was him as an alcoholic adult who had issues with collecting bottles. It's kind of a funny story by Ned Vizzini. A Grown Up Kind of Pretty by Jocelyn Jackson. And then White Oleander by Janet Fitch. My last shelf holds my classic Yep, holds classics, whether modern classics or classics. So I keep my smaller, this is where I keep my bookmarks, and these are like the smaller bookmarks that actually fit in here. It used to hold candy. My mom let me keep it, and it's super handy. I really like it. And then some of these books I've had for forever, like Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs. And then this is Leaves of Grass, which is the original 1855 edition by Walt Whitman. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest by Ken Kesey. Read that in high school. Didn't understand a shit of it. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. This was my brother's copy. I have my name there, but his name was here from when he was in high school. My sister's edition of A Diary of a Young Girl, Anne Frank. This was her version, aka her name was on there, but it's mine now. And then I have, because I really enjoyed these covers, I have David Copperfield by Charles Dickens and Nicholas Nickleby by Charles Dickens. And then I have the bind-up I've had for a while. This is all of Jane Austen's novels. This is the Vampire Chronicles by Anne Rice. This is my copy of Wuthering Heights by, what's her name again? Emily Bronte. I have Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen shoved up there. Then I have, my Winter's Tale. This is a modern classic by Mark Halperin. This is Anne Sexton, The Complete Poems. Then I have my Dracula books, a H.G. Wells bind-up. It has The War of the Worlds and a bunch of other stories. I have a shit ton of Sherlock Holmes stories in that bind-up. And then the Shel Silverstein, Where the Sidewalk Ends. Very good. The camera angle probably totally changed because my tripod got all fucked up trying to do that tour. So anyway, that is my bookshelf tour. I hope I'm able to edit this a lot shorter. It still took some time to film, but I just didn't see the purpose in going over every single book again. I'll leave all of my other bookshelf tours, but a lot of these books I've had since I started my booktube channel and my YouTube channel. And really the thing is it just takes so much time and effort to go over every single one of these books, especially if I've gone over them already. And I love filming my bookshelf tours, but it's more to show you the fact that I don't organize it the same way. It's grouped up differently. Maybe I'll change it, but that's where my bookshelf is. I showed you the books that were new on my bookshelf tour as opposed to my previous one. Some of these books I've mentioned so much in the past year, like And I Darken, that I didn't think showing you the cover was really necessary. But that is my bookshelf tour. I'm excited to see where it's come. And again, I mostly do these because I like seeing how much I change my mind throughout the years, and I'm constantly changing, aka the location of my bookshelves is different than where it was in the beginning of last year, and just all that stuff has changed. Because I'm a very indecisive person, but I feel like my room is where it should be. I actually have to put my sheets to wash. That was totally random, but I thought I'd share it with you anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!